Now let us start that again. What I have told you, it is the driving valve or operating valve of the machine itself. After starting the motor, you have to starting the motor in the motor pump. You have to release this valve so that the it will allow the pumped oil go inside this pneumatic hydraulic cylinder, which will move this whole system up and thus creating tensile force over the rod itself. And ultimately it is breaking it, and this thing whole matter setting whole tensile work is being transferred by the torsiometer to the to our computer display board, which will give you the testosterone term itself. Now let us move a bit. Now you see these two things are written as down and up. Means by pressing this switch, the intermediate member will go up, and pressing this switch, intermediate member will go down. And this is directly connected and operating a motor through a gearbox itself, which run both this screw threaded member on the screw threaded vertical member up and down, and by rotating it, the all intermediate member will either go up or will go down according to accommodate the size of the machine itself. Once the side machine is locked, these two switch should not don't have any function itself, and it will central member should not move. It will grip only one end, and other grip will be pulled by the top and bottom member itself. This is the selector switch itself. Here there is a start, on and off, and automatic auto. All these four operations are available here. Here, this is these two switches are available here, which is one the top switch is shown pump start, and bottom switch is pump start top. So after fixing the I mean what part is inside the grip on the grip in the vice of both the intermediate as well as top gear, then we'll push this pump start switch to get the pump started, and then we'll close the left hand release valve and open the right hand actuating valve itself to actuate the movement of the top and bottom member, and to actuate the tensile test happening. Here there is that torsiometer or torsion converter of that strength into the lot itself, and here it is not clearly visible. There is another selector switch here. If we pull it toward you, it will allow you to run the machine automatic manually. If you push it towards the torsiometer, it will allow you to run the machine through the computer itself. Torsiometer gives you separately the amount of displacement happens of the uh, of your test piece, as well as the amount of the what is the maximum breakage load required for breaking the test piece itself. This is the full set of computer. You have your monitor, your keyboard, mouse. This side is CPU. Left side there is printing device. You can print, and yes, this is the your printing device, which can be used for printing your display devices, display chart itself. Now, here the tensile operation is going on. Here this member is not that very well visible, but is moving up first, moving up very slowly, thus pulling the rod fixed between this vice and the vice of the top member. This member, this along with this member, full connected in top and bottom member can only be moved up and down by means of the hydraulic pump, hydraulic oil pressure force. And if the pump is stopped and driving valve closed and releasing valve is open, it will by its own weight go down to the bottommost part, to its bottommost portion. Here it is broken from here, not in the intermediate. At this moment, there is a at the joint of the your dumbbell shape bar, it is broken itself. Then this is the relief valve, and that displacement is shown, and the load is also displayed here, 52.5, 2.56 kg per centimeter square. Okay, let me narrate it quickly, then go for the theory portion of it. This is the total structure of the machine. This is it is the housing part. It is the bed of the machine itself, inside which it is nothing but a cover, but not a solid bed. It is a cover which is hiding the hydraulic pump as well as the intermediate member driving motors, along with the gearbox and a uh, hydraulic hydraulic cylinder itself. This is this one and this one which are shown here. This is the vice. This is the actuating nut of a vice which is accommodating here. Which is the actuating knob of the nut of the vice, which is moving the inside portion of the vice, which is a V groove uh, center. I mean, chamfered face, where the board up to a certain length can be accommodated, and it is pushed and keep the rod there. Then this is rotated rightwise to get the grip of the material itself, and then according to grip, there is a nut inside here. It is also rotating clockwise to make that grip perfectly tight and reliable. Same is the process of accommodating the rod inside and fixing it on the top side of the top intermediate bar itself. This device is set on the intermediate member of the machine itself, and this side is upper member of the machine itself. Intermediate member is meant only for gripping one side of the bar, and it is not involved in making the tension or compression or anything like this. It is only gripping the one side of the bar, and the other side it is this rod is being pulled from the other side, other end of the bar, to make the breakage occurs. This is the control system. This is the release valve, which is being used when the operation is complete and the pumping motor is stopped, and then control valve is closed, and this release valve is open to get out all the uh, pumped hydraulic oil inside the piston to go out and reach and accommodate in the sum itself. And then the full cylinder will go down to the lowermost position under its own weight itself. This is the control valve at the right side, which after the motor starts opens the flow of the fluid inside the from the sump, fluid carrying sump, and starts operation of the hydraulic piston, which goes up with the two members. Unless the breakage of the rod is complete, it will this valve is closed and motor is stopped, and release valve is opened, so that by its own weight the top and intermediate meter goes down to its lowermost position itself. You see, the control switches are totally visible here. This is up and down. This is the switch for operating the intermediate member. If you push the switch up, then it will member will go up, and if you push the switch down, then the member will go down itself. And pump will start if you choose this green switch, and pump will stop, but by setting of the of this red switch itself. This is the torsion tensiometer, which converts the movement of the breakage before and after the move after the breakage movement of the workpiece, as well as the way itself. This is the total computer system, keyboard, printer, monitor. As well as I said, there is CPU, also a GPS is also there. Now machine is being operated. It is fixed between the top and bottom of the intermediate member. Here the intermediate member is there, and this is the top member. It is fixed from intermediate member to the top member, and it is pulling the rod. Ensure the tensile test, and it is now broken here, not at the middle, but at the lowermost point of the dumbbell itself. Load required for breakage of this is as 57.55 kilonewton, which our capacity is around 100 kilonewton. So it safely break this type of rod, and it is increased in length by 2 millimeter before breakage itself. Then there is a selector switch, and this is another selector switch, more in close switch, a more closer view. We push it on the tensiometer side, it will allow you to operate the work by your own by manual method. And if you push it towards you, it will allow you to work through the to apply the work the load to the work order by accommodation of work is through computer. It can be done through the computer by pressing the selector switch here. This is the printer itself. Okay, let us go for the theory portion of this machine itself. Stop share. Now, this is the manual of tensile testing machine or UTM. It is giving us the applicability and range of applications or range of applications itself. This UTM or universal testing machine serves for conduction test, as I have told you, tension, compression, bending, and other type of materials itself. Mainly ductile materials, but other materials can be also be easily used for testing itself. The testing machine operates hydraulically. Driving is performed by means of a and by means of an electrical motor machine, electrical motor itself. The machine is equipped with Fidel petroleum dynamometer, a recording device for registering load deflection system. That dynamometer is give you potentiometer and which is converter itself. This machine is capacity of 100 kilonewton or 100 tons capacity, right? Which for tensile we need around 50 kilonewton capacity, so you have almost twice of that. Machine has a capacity of the machine consists of two units of the high loading unit and the control panel A. So there are two units. One is control panel which controls the loading itself, and another loading unit which have accommodates the uh, hydraulic piston, accommodate the thumb or reservoir for hydraulic oil, and accommodates the pump and pump for pumping the oil inside the in pumping the oil and opening the valve, press the hydraulic cylinder up, and we also have a panel where we can locate the intermediate member up and down itself for, for accommodation of the bar itself. The loading unit consists of just 1 second, please. The loading units consist of a robust base, one piece. The base is more or less only one. The main hydraulic cylinder is filled at the center of the base itself, and the piston slides in the cylinder itself, so that there should not be any hydraulic hydraulic pump is exactly at the center, and it got connected directly at the central mass or central pin of the top and bottom intermediate dot bottom horizontal bar itself. Sorry, the main horizontal cylinder fixed at the base and piston slides in the cylinder itself. The cylinder, so cylinder is under the just cover itself, but it's under the intermediate member exactly at the center. This cylinder, hydraulic cylinder goes up and down. The piston of the cylinder goes up and down in order to ensure the cooling or compressive effect. Now, just the main hydraulic cylinder is such as special material used for hydraulic and the piston for the cylinder and the piston, and their careful, precise machining includes individual lapping have an accuracy of to accuracy of the machine to a great extent. Actually, there are special material used for the hydraulic cylinder, and both the piston as well as the inside body of the cylinder requires finest group of machining. You have to finish almost 1 and 2 microns of accuracy, where we can use this type of machine only in the CNC turning center itself, CNC milling center itself. Achha. The, the careful precise machining includes the individual lapping have to increase the accuracy of the machine to a great extent itself. A motor is fitted to the left hand side of the base. Now, the chain and sprocket drive in the motor rotates two screwed columns, 8 millimeters, mounted in the base with bearing itself, which is here is saying the motor is driving the main motor is driving the motor itself. Motor is driven by and rotates the two screwed column, that is the columns running the intermediate mouth in the base with proper bearing system. The screw passes through the two main nuts and mm, find the lower acroset. So lock nut is equal to 17 to 4 and 15. P4 and 15 means it has 4 millimeter and 5 millimeter lock turn itself. These French screws pass through the two main nuts 16 P4 and P5 is fitted to the crosshead, lock nuts, etc. Along with the avoid the loosening of the machine nut itself. The additional backlash movement resulting nuts are provided with the nuts provided with the backlash screw, and the main nuts is lowering the lower crosshead and avoids sudden jerks with the when the specimen being tears. So the nut is given by the motor itself. Each nut is moving. Each nut, if it rotates, it will either himself will move up or move down, or remain stationary as it is. It will not move back or move down, but it rotates and drives the main uh, threaded member go up and up. Both are together, not earlier or later. The additional pathways, main additional backlash moving nuts is given inside in order to move the plate backlash screw and the main nuts with lowering of the flower crosshead. Main nuts with lowering of the flower lower crosshead, they avoid sudden jerk when the specimen reeks. So what we are doing? The additional backlash movement of nuts are provided with the stitcher of provided with the shift. The backlash, we have some backlash with the screw and the main nuts while loading the crosshead head and avoid sudden jerks with the sheet. When the flue leaks. In the longer run, it can also be compensated for the wall of the screws and the nut. If the compressors, if the screw for winch and 9, provided on the left back side of the machine at the usual assembly and are needed to be needed to backlash itself. The load table is connected to the main piston through the ball and ball slip socket joint. This piston is essentially anti-axial loading. This axial loading is equally connected to the upper thread and by two straight columns in column 6.9. Just for a second, please. Just 1 second, please. Let us start it again. Hmm. The lower table is connected to the main piston through a ball and ball seat joint. This joint ensures axial loading inside, and the lower table is rigidly connected to the upper crosshead by two straight columns. What you have seen there in our video, the white colored lower bed and white colored top bed is connected to the main piston, which allows it to move up and down, or move up, and by when piston is moving up, and when the it is when the pumped oil is starts releasing, then it will come back to its own way, and it is connected through a ball and ball seat, ball joint and ball seat joint to the main piston itself. This joint ensures axial loading influence. This lower level is rigidly connected to the upper body, upper cross screw by tangent to straight columns, straight column itself. The lower table and upper crosshead, lower table upper crosshead assembly moves up and down with the main piston itself. So, lower table is the lowermost part of lowermost member, and upper crosshead is the uppermost part of the member, which is called crosshead, and lower table you can call the lower table itself. And head assembly moves up and down with the main piston itself. The up and down movement of this assembly is guided by 8 bearings, which slides over the screw column itself. 4 bearings are fitted in one bearing holder, and two such bearings holders are fixed on the upper crosshead, while the two such while with the two screwed columns at their respective centers. The jaws inside the tensile test specimen, the jaws insets for tensile test specimen along with the jack screw, rack screw slide in the upper and lower bottom crosshead. The sliding motion of the rack jaws is achieved by rotating the helical tooth pinion by operating hand wheel. The jaws, which I have told you a number of times, its sliding motion is ensured by moving, go inside and go outside. The slide, which is called sliding member, it is ensured by rotating the helical tooth pinion by operating handle wheel. Provided jaw locking wheel is provided to lock the jaws of the upper lower of the lower crosshead after the specimen is clamped. So what is going on here? Jaw locking handle, which I've shown you, it will provide the lock the jaws to the lower crosshead, and after the specimen is clamped actually. This arrangement ensures firm clamping of the specimen and easy takeout of the bottom specimen. So the knurled end of the vise, which operated by this handle screw thread, is grips about first grip. We are making the grip by proper only hand handle. Then we tighten the nut to the toy thoroughly by own hand without applying any pressure, any force, external force, so that whole vice-like arrangement is closely and firmly attached to the tumble, both top and bottom side itself. This ensures the lock of the jaws and the lower corset after the specimen is clamped itself. These arrangements ensure firm clamping of the specimen and easy and quick takeout of the broken specimen. Separate jaws, these are provided for different types of specific diameters, but more or less we are using the same jaws because our diameters, materials are different. But here materials are not different, only the then the tensile test is happening, and it is doing the same test over one sample to another sample itself. Now, an easy take up the broken separate jaw pieces are provided different range of specimen diameter. Users should confirm that the contract the Users to confirm that it's got correct jaw pieces aroused are insert and in the break attribute itself. Jaws user should for changing the jaw pieces and take out first to take out the rag jaws and taking out the rag jaws. The difference is the user should confirm that all the correct the jaw pieces are inserted for the jaw below the toe speakers. For the changing the device from pop and pieces like this, like the end of the rag jaws, of which the of which the rag jaw removable at the top plate P1 and P2, and from the top of the uppercase head, we now rotate the pinion and take out the jack jaws by handing from the top. For taking out of jaws from the lower cross head, lock the handle and unlock the handle and take out the lower plate from the location itself. Jaws will come out from bottom if you release the platter handle slowly but correctly by locking it slowly by unlocking the case and that the jaws do not fall down on the rack jaws, which are screwed to it. Now insert the correct jaw pieces and fix the clamp and fix the clamp. Inside the lower jaw, on the bottom of the cross jack, care should be taken both jaws inserted at a time, and the top faces come rear case hollow of the trace comes in the same plane where they are taken up to touch each other. Rotate the handle, take up the jaws in the plank, and confirm the piston of the piston of the rack shield. Lock the position operation handle in the uppermost position itself. Hello. Huh? Coincide, what is that? That's only character 2.2. Page 22, 22. Page 20 to 22. A few lines only. Temperature. I can see, but I'm taking the lab class. After that, I'll do. Man, I had no other words, and now at this moment you just told me, telling me. Why should I give an idle? No. No job was there at my hand. So I have taken the class and doing the lab. Okay, in Monday I'll give you, no problem. That is very simple thing. Apatat only that 2023 and made the group. I think 24, 25. I think yours. It is shown in the mail, sir, and in the WhatsApp message. Jesus has given it. For both the groups. And we have to do the first the structure of the institute itself. And that's a part of it. Now the fix up the lower plate and similarly insert the upper jaw. Inside the lower jack rod jaws from the bottom of the top lower crosshead. Care should be taken that both jaws are inserted at the same time, and their upper faces come in the same plane when these are taken up to touch each other. This problem means that if you jaws are of two sections, one is front and is back, and they should be inserted together on the jaw itself, and their top faces come in the same plane when they are taken up to touch each other itself. Because if you rotate that, you'll see the whole jaw portion is going to be coming up, so that creating a space for accommodate bigger size of rod itself. So then after the rotated anti-clockwise, it will go closer to each other and grip the rod itself. Rotate the handle, take up the jaws in the jack and confirm the piston of the jack jaws itself. Lock the operation handle in its uppermost piston itself. The fix up the lower plate. Similarly, insert the upper jaws from the top of the crosshead and fix up the top plate itself. The jaws should always be released very slowly and should be careful because it requires a lot of patience and hard movement of the powerful rotation of the rods itself. The upper and lower jaws are non-interchangeable. Two compression plates, upper and lower are conducting compression test. You see, there is compression plates that are round steel plates which has certain circles inside to make a proper grip of the compressive system, and the one lower and one compression plate should be fixed on the lower table, and another should be fixed in the upper table inside in the intermediate level itself. And the upper table is to be clamped to the bottom of the lower table crosshead. This plate takes the jaws in the lower crosshead to their bottommost head of removal. Keep the top plate and the top lower crosshead with such a position that is projected portion fits correctly into the jack, both in the correct position and to the control hole. Now insert the clamp stud from through the hole on the top plate